1. Carl, let's get it out the way. Last week's defeat at the Summer Bash, it's done and dusted. Have you got the sand out your feet yet?
Oh, it was the effort was massive. The players had a real knock, and everyone who was there and everyone who's seen it on the TV, they knew the players had to go, and that's all we asked of them. But we were still, a little bit poor in the kicking game, and the halves I thought could have took control a little bit better. But Richie's not played for a while. That was his first game back, and him and Danny ain't played together in the same team for a bit. But I just thought the forward pack was immense, and we couldn't fault them. They really had a go, and right to the 80th minute as well. So, after we thanked them for their efforts, but at the end of the day, it's still a loss. And it was a hard one to take for us all because, we were real confident going into that game.
Big shift from the Grout, but the forwards in general. If they show that again on Sunday, you could be in business at a tight and narrow Dewsbury.
I thought all the forwards were immense. I thought Mitch was outstanding. And he started to hit some form now, which is good to see. No, you can't knock the pack. The pack really got stuck in. So if we play like that every week, then we always say we might get something. But good. We were happy with the effort, and that's all we were happy with, the effort.
You're swapping the champagne of the directors' lounge for the sports drinks on the sideline. How was that for you?
Oh, mate, it's not good. The quicker we get a coach in, the better. I don't think it's for me. I get a bit too worked up, mate, and get a bit excited and screaming at the referees and all that. I don't think it's the right thing to do. But I probably got a little bit emotional and got tied up with the occasion, and I just wanted to win for the boys. So apart from actually being on the field, I'm pretty sure they thought I was on the field because they could hear me. I just wanted them to win. That was the hard part for me, and I would have done anything to contribute to try and help them get that win. So the quicker we get a coach, mate, the better.
Nice touch as well from Paul Cook as well, the outgoing coach, who even on the day of the game was tweeting the boys good luck.
Yeah, and he was the first one to text me after the game and said, listen, gutted. He was gutted for the performance, and he also said just tell them to keep working real hard because they're not too far away.
So, talking about his replacement, you said that your phone's been red hot. How far away are the Dons from a new head coach?
Oh, quick, I hope. Listen, one thing I want to get clear for anyone who is watching this, in years gone by, that the club, when they've ever been in trouble with the results and all that, it's been down to the finances. So this club is financially sound. They've got real ambitious owners, and off the field we're flying. The only downfall at the moment is what we're doing on the field now. In years gone by, like I said, that's always down to the financial situation of the club. Well, this club's not in no financial trouble, and I just want to make that clear that, because that can put people off. We've been real impressed with the applicants who put their names forward, and I'm pretty sure who we pick, everyone, that they're all guessing, but they're a mile off. Nobody's mentioned the candidates that we're interviewing, so which is good. All the fans and think they know who we're going to get, and they think that, who I'm going to go and get. And like I says, I kept an open mind, and I've been to speak to 3 of them, and I'll be delighted for any one of the 3 to get picked. We're interviewing tomorrow. I've got John Scarrow to come in the interview. He's more of a businessman, and I want his input. I want his input purely because I know some of these blokes and their rugby league background. I want a different angle on it, a different spin on it, because I want the new coach to buy into the concept of our rugby foundation and our academy that's starting in September, October, I think it is. And I want them to have a massive say in that, because I've said all along that is the future of the club, and so we need to get someone who can put some structures in place and move us on from being just a one-team club. We need to look at the academy, we need to look at the scholarship, we need to look at a second team. So we need someone who can contribute in helping us to achieve that, not just purely coming in to coach the first team. So hopefully, who we get in place will know what they're doing, and they will know what they're doing, because that's why we'll appoint them. But like I say, out of the three, if I could take all three of them at the minute, that'd be the ideal. But we only can pick one, and hopefully we come up with the right answer. But I'd be more than happy to have any one of the three. So we're looking good, and like I say, it's a good job to get, especially with the backing of the club and the facilities and where we are in the league now. The next man who comes in, I'm really confident that he'll have nothing but success.
Were you surprised by the level of applicants for the job, or the amount of applicants?
Well, yeah. It's, one or two of them there. If we can get him in here with a now budget, I think he'll bowl everyone over, because they're top draw. So which is good. Hopefully we can get it sorted, and we can get somebody in place very quick, because it's certainly not for us. And Tony Miller's come in, and I want to thank him, because he's a coach. I'm not a coach. Paul Cook would have done exactly the same if he'd retired from playing and we had a coach who left. He would have phoned and come and help us for a few weeks if we needed it. So Tony's only done that, but he's come in, and it was good, because we kept it from the players when he said he'd come and give us a hand. And when he walked in on Thursday, there was a few smiles on the faces, and the boys, few were thinking, oh no, here we go, because they know what Tony's going to give them. And it just brought a little bit of banter back into the team and put a smile on a few of their faces. And Tone got down to work, him and Andrew and Pete Bell. I can't thank them enough, because they really they did a splendid job last week. Let's be clear here. It wasn't me. Wasn't down to me. I'll tell you all that now. That was down to the performance was down to them three, because they did the training, and I was just there to try and fire the boys up and get into them and make them want to run through brick walls. But the technical knowledge and the game plan and all that sort of stuff was down to them, and Tony Miller and Andrew will pick the team this week, because, like I say, I don't want anything to do with it, and I don't want any credit out of what the performance last week is purely down to them blokes.
And they'll be in the dugout, as you say, on Sunday against Dewsbury. Not the easiest place to go, but one where you're still looking at it thinking, Dons could get something there.
Oh, listen, mate, I'll be down in that dugout again this week. Don't worry about that. But I'm not the coach. Tony and them sit up there and they make the changes, and they know what they're doing. Tone's coached here for 4 or 5 years, so he knows exactly what he's doing, and I don't know what I'm doing. So I just want to go down there and make sure that I'm like an extra player. They'll tell them to tackle and take the ball in, and just give them some confidence, really, and let them know that we're all behind them. And the guys are great. The boys have. It's been hard for them. They're desperate to get a win, and this week we go to Dewsbury, who I think's a fantastic club, and Mark Sawyer, like I says when we played them here, great bloke. To be fair, mate, Glenn Morrison, again, like I said before, he's texts me and just tell you to keep his head up, and the man's a credit to himself, and I'm pretty sure he's texted Paul Cook as well, and so they deserve everything they get at the moment, and we haven't been them for a few years, so what better way to get us on our way this week against some quality people,
And it's the first of 6 games away from the Keepmoat, so the Dons are going on tour.
6 games away, so we need a coach quick, don't we? I didn't realise it was that many. 6 games away. Well, listen, let's get away and do our business and go and play some rugby and just get stuck in. The boys are wanting to win, and we lost. We can't shy away from the fact. No matter what we did against Hunslet, we still lost, and they were hurt. They were real hurt because they give everything. But it might be one time we're going to Dewsbury where their pitch might suit us. So we'll see. We've always gone there with a pretty light pack, and they've hammered us and gone through us. But one thing we've got now, we've got a decent pack. So and they've got a small pitch, but we'll see. And I'm pretty sure, all joking aside, Glenn and Mark especially already been on the phone and saying, don't get that bloody first win against us. But deep down, I think if we can go and get them, I don't think they'd begrudge us that if we can put an effort in and go there guns blazing, and we need to continue from what we did last week. Put the same effort in, and I don't think we'll be too far away.
Don't know.